All right, guys, how's it going? Now, if you follow things closely, right, you know, the journos, the clique of journalists, the LFC clique, as I call them, that doesn't include Ornstein and Joyce, by the way. I mean, they might have said this too, I'm not sure. But the clique of journalists keep using these two words, big summer. Yeah. Now, I'm sure, like me, when you hear that, you go, yeah, I believe it when I fucking see it. Do you know what I mean? Now, even Arnold Slot mentioned it himself the other day, but he said, it's already a big summer because we extended Virgil and Mo, and for large parts of the season, I don't think everyone expected that. Now, me, I don't know what you're like, but when I heard that, I was like, here we go. The transfer budget's been affected, you know, because we've got these two new deals. In fact, James Pearce himself has already said that once. But the big summer, right? Listen. People that speak to me, you know, in the background, you know, messaging me privately, and then also in the comments or on the members' website, mention Chris Bascom's recent commentary. You know, Chris Bascom saying, you know, buzzwords like big summer again, right? Even I saw something, he was quoted yesterday saying Liverpool are already on the case, the promise of their big summer to make the country's best even better, having been made publicly and privately. That should guarantee that the next time Slot makes wholesale changes to his side, it won't feel like an exhibition match and there will be no compromise in quality. This is a quote attributed to Chris Bascom. And it's interesting that Bascom is going all in. You don't really hear much from him these days. Back in the day, many years ago, guys, like, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s or something like that, Bascom was one of the go-to journalists. Not anymore. You know, he was the man back in the day. Today he's not. But it's a sudden change, I think. Like, people are saying, Chris Bascom again. Do you know what I mean? And I noticed some comments on his quotes, if you like, about Big Summer. And some fans are saying, why does it feel like Bascom is now a PR spokesman for the club? And I think it's a really interesting. Let me rephrase that. I think it's really interesting that some people are seeing that, because I've thought that myself. So that suggests to me that maybe someone is speaking to Chris Bascom. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean like filtering, you know, really good concrete news, but if they want something out there, they'll go to the clique of journalists. It just feels like something's changed with Bascom. And the reason I'm making this video is to say to you, just keep an eye on what he says. All right? I know we keep an eye on what everybody says. I only listen to two journalists on the planet concerning Liverpool Football Club, and that is Ornstein and Joyce. Right? Ornstein at the Athletic and Joyce at the Times. And even with those two, you still have to have caution, because you know they are the unofficial mouthpiece or mouthpieces of the club. Joyce, more so the people running the club on a day-to-day basis, whereas I think Ornstein is more ownership, FSG individuals, if you like. But what you know comes from them. If they run something, you know that they have got the backing of the club to do that. But sometimes you still have to treat it. There can be, let me rephrase that. Sometimes you have to be cautious of a little propaganda. You know, because I've seen it where they'll mention like Liverpool are going all in to try and sign this player, when we already know, when I say we, I mean the footballing world already knows that player is going somewhere else. Like, it's too late to do anything. But Ornstein or Joyce will come out and say Liverpool are making an attempt to sign it. It's like, well, we all know it. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes there is a bit of propaganda. But the reason I'm making this video is because I want you to keep an eye on Chris Bascom and what he says. So the buzzword this year, this summer, in my opinion, is big summer. Last year, or last window or two, it was opportunistic. What was it, guys? I've got it on my screen here. You remember, in 2023... the opportunistic was used in a sentence. In 2024 it was as well, but it was slightly different. One second, please. A unique market opportunity. All right. So opportunistic isn't in that sentence, but opportunistic. In 2023 it was definitely opportunistic. In 2024, unique market opportunity. Right. But I'm not seeing that now. I'm seeing big summer, right? So I want you to listen out and look for how many times you see big summer mentioned. And Anna Slot says it's already a big summer because we've got these two players. I saw comments on there saying Anna Slot has been, he's already fallen into FSG's, the way he talks. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this isn't a criticism of Anna Slot, by the way. But I predicted a few weeks back or month or whenever it was, when all the I was traveling. So when the Salah and I've got an email just come in. There could be what's it called? The mail stand. I've just got an email coming in real time. I think I've got a video for you coming up next. The mail stand. We'll go to that in a minute. What was I saying? All right. So when Salah and Virgil van Dijk, when that news came out, I was like, yeah, let's see how long it is before we're told that could affect the transfer budget. I said, keep an eye on James Pearce. I singled James Pearce out, and guess who said it first? James Pearce. All right, so it's interesting to see what they say. So with all these different journalists, I don't know how much you pay attention to them. I call them the clique of journalists because I don't think they're relevant at all. I'm sorry, it's nothing against them. I just think the industry's changed so much now that the clubs, not just Liverpool, have so much control over things that they just throw little bits every now and then to the clique. You know what I mean? Whereas Joyce and Ornstein are the ones to use, to help the club, if you like. But yeah, I with every single journalist that writes about Liverpool Football Club that you will know, I know their style. If you said to me, when an event has happened, so Trent Alexander-Arnold, he announces he's going to leave Liverpool, and you say to me, Melissa Reddy's wrote something, I can tell you exactly what she's written without even looking. Or Captain Obvious Lynch, I can tell you. All right? Same when he signs for Real Madrid. When it's official, there'll be pages after pages after how it happened, the timeline. I know them all. Even Louis Steele, the new kid on the block, right? I'm learning about him. It's his style and that. But Bascom's the one that you should be watching because I think it's interesting. Or some people might say he's trying to stay relevant. He's making bold claims to get people excited. Not me. I'm not saying that, Chris. No need to freak out with me. He's threatened me once before, allegedly. But yeah, no, I don't have any problems with any of these journalists. So they have a problem with me because I often say things that, they might not like me saying. But, they're a journalist, they're a journalist. So you should be open to criticism or questioning. If you can't and you're going to spit your dummy out over it, why are you in the game? It's like me, I make a video on here. Some people come along and they say, I love your videos, don't. Some people come along and say, fucking shit. Well, it's like you're out there, so you just gotta let people say what they want, I think. I'm respectful to these people. I don't have a personal issue with any of them, not even Bascom. I'm not going to giggle or anything. I'm not going to go like that or anything. It's true. But yeah, some of these journalists sometimes have said some things to me, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna stop talking and giving you guys my opinions. It's only an opinion. Anyway, the reason I'm mentioning Bascom is because I just think it's different from him, and other people have noticed it too. So I'm going to leave that with you. All right. So I've just received an email. I just received an email. All right, I've got an email coming up for you. I'm going to read it out word for word as much as I can. I have a feature on here called the Mail Stand, which is a new feature, and you guys have said that you like it. So when I receive emails from people, whether they are known to me or not, I'll make it known when I make those videos. I read out to you the stuff. I get a lot of stuff sent to me, all right? And, over almost 3 decades, you do make some interesting relationships and friendships. Some people you just don't know, but I just thought it was an interesting feature that you guys might like. And this came in at 10:22, it says here, which will be 9:22 UK. That's your next video. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. If you like the video, I'm sure the journalist will thumbs it down. Please leave a comment. Have you noticed? Yeah, do you remember? What was it? What was that one, guys? What was it again? Hang on. Unique market opportunity. Do you remember that? Yeah. 2023 was opportunistic signings or something. It was a slight spin. 24 was definitely unique market opportunity. 25 would appear to be big summer. That's the phrase that they're coining. Yeah, it's true. If you watch House of Cards, right? It's on Netflix. It's my favourite TV programme I've ever watched. Series, fucking great. My cupboard over there is full of memorabilia from the show. Man, I loved that programme, right? And it's all about politics. And I remember them in it saying, we need to get this phrase out through the different politicians on television. So every interview these politicians did, they said a phrase. It was something like trickle down something. I can't remember. And as each time they were saying it on television, Frank Underwood, the man that wanted it out there, was watching them on TV, looking at his sidekick going, it's working, look, they're getting it out. And it's the same thing. If you saw that clip, I'll have to find that clip. But if you saw that clip, you would understand that this is what happens with football clubs. This is what happens with Liverpool. They want some, people to have a vibe, maybe, either to get people excited or to get them, to play things down. It's a strange one, though, because I don't know why Liverpool, if it's true, why Liverpool would want big summer out there. The only thing I can think is they're throwing the big summer thing around at the time of the Trent news, right? Which is obviously negative news and emotions are running and high, and it makes it, maybe some people go, all right, but we're gonna get over it. You know what I mean? Like big summer and all that. So it's a phrase that I expect might disappear when the big summer doesn't materialise. Maybe it will. But even if the club were thinking, yeah, we are going to have a big summer, you wouldn't want your opposition, your rivals to know that you are going to spend big. Or does it mean big? It doesn't, does it? Big doesn't necessarily mean big money. It just could be high turnaround personnel, right? We've got to think. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think, because collectively, we work things out, I think, on here. Don't you? I do. Sometimes you'll say something and I'll go, oh my God, that's it. That's fucking it. Do you know what I mean? Big summer. Look out for it. Big summer. And let's see when it vanishes. And let me know if you think we'll have a big summer. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee, please hit the super thanks button. It's the love out under the video. I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing. Tell everyone how fucking amazing you are. And it'll piss my haters off big time. And if you want to support the channel, please consider joining the channel. There you go. Squad. The squad. You are then the squad. You have a football next to your name. It means you're very important around these parts. I'm just saying. Right, let me know what you think about the big summer. And keep an eye on Bascom.